Where's Dirko?
Dirko. Hopefully he comes on soon. You know, he's always fashionably late.
So what's good, man?
You know, just loving life, waiting for Dirko to show up. Late as always.
You know, he's a busy man. Very busy.
So. I guess so. What's up with you, man?
Just staying busy, man. Just staying focused.
Staying productive, staying focused, man. Eyes on the prize, man. There is no tomorrow. You know.
That's right.
Nothing beats you down harder than life. It's now how hard you can hit, how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Another episode of Zombie SquadCAST with your host, Glenn the Maniac Nelson. Over there in the bunker.
MC TECHFALL over there in the studio. Drinking a whole mug of Jack, just straight Jack and a big old, what do you call it, mugs? Living your best life, baby. Living your best life.
Yeah, I missed you down at Merle's Inlet, man. It was a good time. It reminded me of when we took that road trip back in 2015.
Return to the road trip, man. Return to the classic spots, man.
Except you guys weren't there, man.
What was the name of the bar? Big Fish?
It was called the Hot Fish Club.
Hot Fish.
And then we went to Riptides, remember?
Riptides was like the big like nightclub.
Yeah.
But Hot Fish was like a seaside bar. Dock bar.
Dude, it took us like an hour to get out to Riptides, remember?
Yeah.
We took that Uber. It was like a way out in the middle of nowhere.
So our first night in the Merle Inlets, Dirko was taking forever to get dressed. He had to put his cot grease in. We should wait for Dirko to join. I know he's gonna be joining soon, but anyways, you know, we'll just talk shit about him behind his back. So he was taking forever with his cock grease in his hair, and you know,
then he had to put on that suit jacket, and it was like 95 degrees.
He got dressed up like you and I are wearing cargo shorts and t-shirts and polos. This guy's getting decked out in like skin tight button ups with a dress jacket, and like this. He had like skinny dress jeans. He had his snakeskin loafers on, ready to go to the club.
We're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, basically. So I mean, he was ready to have a ball, but but he's taking forever. Then he forgot his key. He forgot his room key. He had to go run up and he forgot his wallet and his room key. Had to run up there, grab his wallet and his room key. And then the cab showed up and he's still going upstairs trying to like find his stuff. So the cabbie's like, well, there's this other bar club. What you call it? Hot Fish. So he was just like, hey, we're just gonna go to Hot Fish. And so he gets in the club. So he finally comes down, gets in the cab, and he's all excited. And the cabbie takes us like half a mile down the road and drops us off at Hot Fish. He's like, this isn't the fucking place we decided on. I'm so
now.
And there's in like 15 minutes into Hot Fish, he's like, it's fucking hot. He's drenched in sweat. He's drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
In his you know, he's dressing up for like Manhattan. And I'm like, bro, we're in the Myrtle Inlets. This is like Myrtle Beach 2.0. This is the Merle's Inlet, man. This is not Manhattan or nothing like that.
It's like Dive Bar Central.
Dive Bar Central. Yeah. So that was a blast. That was fun.
God, I can't believe that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was 6 freaking years ago, man.
God, where'd the time go? We're in like episode 185 Zombie SquadCAST episodes.
I think this is like 166 or 167. But yeah, I mean,
it was fun though. It was a blast when I went down there last week. It was fun. Went down there for Mustang Week. You know, they had like 200 Mustangs down there in the Myrtles Inlet, Myrtle Beach, Garden City, Surfside Beach. It was cool.
yeah, going back to the road trip. We finally went to the club he wanted to the next day. But I mean,
yeah, it took us like an hour to get out there in an Uber.
Yeah. It took us like an hour.
It did. It really did. There he is.
Hey!
Live and direct from the art gallery.
That's right. Coming to you live from the Met Gallery in Fort Raven, New Jersey.
Fort Raven, New Jersey. Like the name of the fort changes like every month. Well, I thought it was first it was Fort Lee, then it's Fort Robert, now it's Fort Lee, now it's Fort Raven. What's the name what's the name of the fort?
It's Fort Raven Ree.
Okay. I don't know.
It's just Fort Lee, man. It's just Fort Lee.
Fort Lee.
I hope not.
Right.
I don't know why they're naming forts.
It's just a little bit away from Manhattan, right?
It's right next to
right
Fort
next
Meade.
to the city.
Fort Meade, like that mead you're drinking out of that giant Game of Thrones mug that you're drinking out of.
That thing's full of Jack. That thing is like filled up all the way to the rim of Jack. He's just drinking straight Jack.
Actually, I did get this from the Renaissance Festival.
Oh yeah, you went to one recently?
No, I went to one like 6 years ago.
Did you fire it up yourself? Did you actually like mold it and put it into the furnace yourself?
No, somebody made it.
Oh, okay.
I actually got this crazy cool shot glass at the shore. We were playing some games at the shore. This crazy dragon shot glass.
Yeah, you were hanging out at the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, we're over in Seaside Heights, man, playing like it's like Coney Island. Play like a bunch of games and like win prizes and get cards and like whatever, take your points and all that. You know, it's a good time. It's fun.
It's like Coney Island, except you don't have to step on heroin needles and shit and broken beer bottles. You know.
Yeah, I kind of miss the heroin needles and the broken beer bottles a little bit.
I don't.
But,
who the fuck misses heroin needles? No one needs that in their life.
Nelson, did you fire somebody today?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're getting there though. I feel it cooking up.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just not gonna show up.
Yeah. Just fire them on Tuesday.
Just put them on charges.
Well, this is a film, so you can't court martial them. You just say, hey, pack your shit. You're out. We're no longer paying for your hotel room.
Yeah.
We have found another person to fill your spot on set. But you know, come on. Okay. I mean, whatever. Say what you want.
Just filling an alternate.
You have been let go. You have been officially let go from this production. I mean, actors have understudies. I have someone that can fill your role for you.
Yeah, Dirko could fill his role.
Yeah, Dirko. I mean, dude, all you got to do is paint walls. You got a whole lot
Paint
of art.
walls?
Yeah.
Just put up some statues and plug in some cable. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. You're about to Nelson me. I can feel it. I can feel the Nelson brewing up right now.
Just nail stuff into the wall, paint it.
You look tired, bro. You tired? You all right? Sleeping good?
Do I look tired?
Yeah, you look a little overworked there, guy.
He looks like the man is beating him down.
That's right. You can't let that man beat you down. It's the squad, son. We represent zombie. Come on.
It's the zombie squad. It's the zombie squad looking tired and looking like shit and exhausted and overworked is a part of the fucking job.
I swear to God, Chris, every week, Chris like puts on a few pounds, like loses a few pounds, whatever it is, but he's always looking like the freshest, most like well slept. And he's gotten by far the hardest, like I feel like rigorous schedule out of all three of us. But it's what's working for him. Look at him. Pretty boy over there.
He's doing something over there.
Doing all right. Cheers to that. Looking to do it. Oh, he's been packing on the weight and losing it.
The weight is all here. I'm still working on the abs, but I mean,
he's still working on a dad bod.
Still working on the dad bod. Every episode, let's talk about a dad bod. Every episode, we gotta talk about a dad bod. The chicks dig the dad bod.
Yeah, it's Chris Page's recommendation.
I don't think Dirko was a part of that conversation last time.
No, he wasn't. He was MIA from that conversation.
Wives here's my thinking on the dad bod. Okay, wives love the dad bod because they know that no one else will be attracted to their husband.
I like that theory. I like
that. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, oh, I love the dad bod. I love the dad bod. Yeah, because I'm out of shape. I look like shit. And the neighbors ain't, and the neighbor is not going to be chasing me down, knocking on the door. Hey,
I brought you some fresh baked cookies.
Can you help water my lawn? Yeah, I bet you want me to water your lawn. Right.
I feel like that's a fireman's life, though. Firemen always probably, right? Cops and firemen are always getting hassled by attractive women. Tough life, man.
All those fake ass DC firemen, all they do is just pull cats out of the tree. That's all they do. They don't do shit.
Is that what they're calling it these days, the kids? Pulling cats out of trees.
Pulling cats out of trees, man.
You just got Nelson right there.
Doing nothing. Doing a whole lot of nothing.
So yeah, before you jumped on, we were talking about Merle's Inlet and that road trip of 2015. I missed you guys over in Merle's Inlet, man.
He went
Wait, you weren't there?
He went back to the pier at Merle's Inlet.
Yeah.
Oh no, the pier was actually in Garden City where we went. It wasn't about 2 miles away from Merle's Inlet.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. Because there's like a major pier every mile, I think, with that beach.
Well, Garden City was working on their pier. They were like
Garden City was the pier that we did.
Where we went to
the tattoo prank.
Yeah.
But Merle's Inlet has its own pier.
It has a marsh walk, which is different. It has a marsh walk because it's on the marsh.
I think the hot fish is the pier. Because that's a big ass. That is like the biggest dock bar I've ever been to.
That's still part of the marsh. It's called the Marsh Walk.
Okay.
It's still on the Marsh Walk. That's what it is down there. Then you have Garden City, which is completely different. That's actually on the beach.
But what's the difference between a pier and a marsh walk? I mean, that dock bar, Hot Fish, is like
a pier is kind of like the one in Ocean City.
Right.
You know how it goes out. That's more of a fishing pier.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yeah, the fishing pier.
Which pier was it in the road trip, the whole road trip episodes? We went to another pier and like we were doing all that fishing and you caught.
Yeah, that was in Tybee Island. We went to the pier.
High B.
That was
And
Ty.
we went,
That was
and
Ty.
we went fishing for bluefish.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you caught like 15 bluefish.
yeah, something like that. They had like 7. I saw like 7 bull sharks swimming around the pier.
You didn't jump in?
When I went to Garden City, I was fishing, and then one guy.
There's only one way to catch a fart. There's only one way to catch a fart. There's only one way to catch a fart, and that's to like. There's only one way to catch a shark, and that's to jump in. All right, fuck it.
Okay.
That whole shark joke got ruined.
Nailed it.
That whole shark joke got ruined because I said catch a fart.
Yeah, you biffed it right there.
I biffed it. All right. I'm gonna write that down though. That's funny. Catch a fart.
That's a good one, man.
Only one.
I like that.
Only one
Catch you
way
short.
to catch a shark. A shark's even worse. You might get a little squirt on the nose. To catch a shark. I'm actually gonna make it a shark. I like
That's
that.
good, man. I'd watch that.
You ever see? You remember in what the fuck was that movie? Hall Pass.
Oh yeah.
And not
It was Along Came Polly where he goes, I just sharded.
I'm not talking about Along Came Polly. I'm talking about Hall Pass. Fucking Luke Wilson, and I think it was the guy who played Andy. Oh no, it was the other one. It's that other actor. Fuck.
Ed Helmsman was in there.
Ed Helms was in Hall Pass?
Yeah.
And then there was a third guy. Hell if I can remember. Anyways, one of them, so it wasn't Luke Wilson, but it was one of the other two guys was trying to hook up with this girl in a hotel room. She's like in a dress with no underwear on. She sneezes and she just shitted all over the bathroom wall. And like the look on his face, and the look on his face, he's just like what Chris says all the time. He's like, I gotta go. That was like the funniest scene in the whole movie.
It was hilarious.
That was the funniest scene in the whole movie when she fucking sneezed and sharted all over the shower of the hotel bathroom.
Just splattered it all over. Like I think I remember that shot. Those shots are probably fun to shoot.
Like she farted so bad that the shower curtain like blew away. Like blew off to the side, and poop just sprayed all over like the wall of the shower. It's so nasty.
She's like, I feel so much better now.
That's what it was.
Oh.
Yep. That was the scene. 2011. That was the Hall Pass is 10 years old.
10 years old.
10 years old. And Ed Helms was not in this movie. So it's Jason Sudeikis. That's who I was trying to think of.
Yeah, that's right.
Jason Sudeikis. And there was a third guy who is Stephen Merchant. He's that British dude that was on The Office a couple of times. He was in the original British Office. Yeah.
Good film.
No, I was thinking about We Are the Millers. Was Ed Helms was in that movie?
No, that's Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, and also Ed Helms was in that movie as well.
Ed Helms wasn't in that movie.
And We Are the Millers.
We are the Millers.
Yeah, We Are the Millers.
Jason Sudeikis hires Jennifer Aniston, a stripper, to pose as his wife.
I got that.
All right. The magic of the fucking internet. And now, all right, so there's a TV show called We Are the Millers, but then there's a movie. But then there's a movie called We're the Millers. It's abbreviated We're the Millers.
Yeah, We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. We're. Ed Helms is in it. Okay. Was he the?
Hold on.
He was the drug dealer that had the orca.
Yeah.
Did Hawkeye get his own show?
Hawkeye does now have his own show coming to Disney Plus. November
What?
24th, I believe it is.
What?
What is it? November 24th? Yeah. And he's training the new Hawkeye. Shit, if I can't remember her name. I can't remember the character's name.
It's a female, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the actress is the actress from Bumblebee and
Oh yeah. She was younger. That's right.
she was in she was in that Jeff Bridges movie that was a Western. It was a remake of a John Wayne movie. Oh my God. My internet, my internet sucks. Since I'm zooming right now, I'm gonna be so mad when I see the name of the Western. So she plays Kate Bishop, who is the second Hawkeye. She took the mantle of Hawkeye from Hawkeye. She got her big break in True Grit with Jeff Bridges and Matt Damon. And
is that Haley Steinfeld? Yeah.
Yeah. She was in Bumblebee. She was in Pitch Perfect, a couple of the Pitch Perfect movies. Yeah, she's Kate Bishop, and I guess throughout the MCU, she's going to take over as Hawkeye.
Oh, she was in Charlie's Angels too.
The last one?
That's
right. She was with the Twilight.
I mean, nobody watches that new Charlie Angels probably, but yeah.
I don't think anybody saw that.
Oh, you know what she was in? She did a voiceover in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That actually was really good. If you guys haven't seen that,
Spider-Verse was good. No.
Yeah,
Into the Spider-Verse was really good. See, I'm not a big animation guy when it comes to Marvel. Like it's like the live action movies are where it's at when it comes to Marvel. And I was even kind of like not even interested in watching What If because it was animated. But What If is freaking amazing. Like What If is really good What If stories with Marvel.
So to shine a little light on Haley Steinfeld, she's actually done a bunch of like rap videos. She did a Little Dicky video where she was a voiceover for that song Earth that he did. She was in a Machine Gun Kelly video, At My Best. She did a Shawn Menendez video, Taylor Swift video. She's all over these music videos, man. That's crazy.
And that's recently.
Anyway, that's like, yeah, in the last like 5-6 years, she's just done a lot of music videos. She did. So yeah, she did it
because that's between because last 5-6 years is between now and Bumblebee. Because I think Bumblebee came out about 5 years ago.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I'm looking at all this and Pitch Perfect.
Yeah,
2.
She did EDM. She did rap. Really big.
So let's start with Bumblebee because actually let's start with Pitch Perfect 3 because I think that was a big role for her, right? And then she did a couple of shorts. I think she does YouTube stuff. I think that's why. Then she did Bumblebee. She did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Right, 2018, yeah.
Then she did Drax, Lil Dicky, Benny Blanco. Between Two Ferns, the movie, she played herself.
Right.
Charlie's Angels. I think she has a YouTube channel and she does like next level YouTube stuff. Like,
cool. That's dope.
Maybe YouTube.
She's got 51 credits, man. She is, probably what, 22 or something. Who knows? Oh, she's not that old. 96. Yeah, she's.
Yeah, but. Well, 3 Days to Kill was pretty good.
She was in Romeo and Juliet, man. Jeez, her career goes way. She was like a child star, really.
She was, yeah. I think True Grit was her breakout role.
Right.
Romeo and Juliet. I don't even remember seeing that being.
She probably had a small little role,
No, she's Juliet.
What? She is Juliet. Oh, this is a remake. It's not the one that we grew up with. Oh, it's another Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
Dude, there's been like 17 Romeo and Juliet movies, man.
Oh, I have not seen
17 or 18, and that's just US.
Yeah.
There's been a whole like everyone keeps redoing Romeo and Juliet.
Got a horrible rating, but you know, whatever. It's the credit.
5.8. If you have a movie on IMDb that has a 5.0 or higher, a 5 is watchable.
Yeah, my standards are crazy. I like won't do anything like below 6.8. But yeah, 6.8. You gotta watch other stuff too, man. You can't just sit at that 7.
But dude, you get good ideas from bad movies. Like there's always gonna be like, you know, something in a movie that is okay, but there's always something that stands out for me, and I'm like, that was dope.
Yeah, you're always, I feel like you're getting ideas. Chris, probably also, man, you quote movies like a freaking like, you know, tape recorder, man. You just know movies like crazy. I'm surprised you don't like, you know, watch movies every day, because Nelson and I watch movies every day.
I do watch movies every day.
He doesn't watch movies every day. He just watches YouTube recaps and then just quotes the exact YouTube recap. He's just watching YouTube specials on movies.
When he's out there putting out fires in between like fires, he's like, you know, let me just see this shit real quick.
So Michael, what is it?
I mean, it's hard to keep up with all the movies that are out there. Like
there is a lot of content.
There's so many movies, you know, in so many different apps. Like it's crazy, you know, how many movies there are out there. Like you'd be like, wow, man. If you look at like certain actors, like look at Van Damme, for instance, like how many movies he has done that people have never even heard about, you know, or movies that he's done overseas and stuff. Like the list goes on. I mean, there's a lot of actors that are doing work overseas and movies that you haven't even heard of, you know.
Yeah.
And so, and some of these apps, you know, show some of these movies. So it's just too hard to keep up with.
It's a lot, man. There's a lot of shows out there, man. I think you got Sinister Infinite's a great show.
Yeah.
You got Rogues Gallery is a fantastic show. I believe there's some new episodes of Sinister Infinite out there right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
Season 3, perhaps.
Hello, yeah.
So everybody should go check that out. You know, just saying, casual.
Just saying.
Nothing serious. Just go watch it.
Sinister 3 is coming out every Friday at 1 p.m. on YouTube.
Bang.
Currently. Yeah. But you know, Omar from The Wire passed away. Michael K. Williams, I believe his name was.
When did that happen?
From The Wire, Michael K. Williams. That happened, I think, a week ago.
Yeah, it was recent.
That was very
last week,
recent.
right?
Omar,
it was like 6 days ago, like 7 days ago.
Yeah, Omar from The Wire, I think, passed away last Monday.
Dang.
Yeah, when I lived in Baltimore City, they were filming The Wire.
Wait a minute. Was he gay? Oh my God, I didn't know this.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but why
No.
is that a point of discussion?
It's not. He was just like the toughest, right? Like street character on like The Wire, and like I didn't look into it.
But Omar, but the character Omar was gay.
Oh, that's right. The character he played, not him. Okay, I gotcha.
Not that there's anything wrong with it if he was.
No, LGBTQ all day. But wow.
What?
We support that shit here, man. We're not.
We certainly do. The character was
certainly,
but you're gonna piss off the wrong freaking people, man. We certainly do. Man. So, but listen, I mean, Omar from the character Omar from The Wire was one of the most unique characters. He was like a fucking desperado, gunslinging badass in the streets of Baltimore. He specifically robbed drug dealers for whatever reason. He only robbed drug dealers,
like a vigilante Robin Hood type. You know,
and there was this great episode. There was this great episode of The Wire where he was on trial, or no, was he on trial? Or no, I think he had to. I think he had to testify against you know, one of the big kingpins in Baltimore in The Wire. And they were like, so Omar, whatever, what do you do? And he goes, I rob drug dealers. And
with
like,
an open sawed-off shotgun. Yeah.
Yup. And a fucking trench coat. But I think what happened was that was his MO for whatever reason. And they tracked down his partner and killed his partner, his lover, his romantic partner. Mm-hmm. And killed him. And so Omar like turned it up twofold. And he started then killing drug dealers, killing everybody that was a part of the crew of I think it was just ended up being the one drug dealer that was acquitted in the end of the series and remained kind of still in power. It's such a deep and realistic, crazy show, The Wire. It's definitely worth a watch once through at least. They're shooting a new thing. We had Taj Vaughn on for about 5 minutes. So our last roundtable, we had Johnny Benson and Taj Vaughn on. And Taj Vaughn was on for about a minute and then had to like go hide in his bunker because he was in Charles County, Maryland. And they had a thunderstorm warning and they had to go take shelter. And so he had to leave the podcast. And then he came on for like the last 5 minutes of the podcast. But he's been working on this show called We Own This City. And it's from the writers of the writer and producers of the Wire. It's a new Baltimore police crime drama called We Own This City. It's being shot in Baltimore now. So Taj Vaughn is like PAing on that now, or maybe being an extra or something, or both. But yeah, that's their new project. It's being produced currently as we speak in Baltimore. We Own This City. And hopefully that show, continues to be produced. Hopefully it's not like a one-off season show. Hopefully it's ongoing, creates work and production in Maryland again.
Yeah, so what is going on with the production in Maryland, DC, Virginia right now?
But I don't know. I'm not there. I'm in the Caribbean right now on a gig.
What's the production scene in the Caribbean looking like these days, Nelson? Non-existent?
No, I mean, we're working on this film. I can't talk too much about the film just yet, but we keep getting shut down. We keep getting shut down for thunderstorms. There's a lot of downtime. I've been editing Rogues Gallery season 4 and Sinister Infinite season 4 in my downtime, doing the podcast in my downtime. It's like an AD's worst nightmare on this film set because it's just delay after delay after delay for thunderstorms and weather.
That seems like a film shoot in Maryland.
No, man, we would just shoot the whole thing at that Bible college in Lanham and knock it out in like 2 days. 2 weeks. All those crime shows, they always shoot at this Bible college. Half the buildings are abandoned, and they just go in there, they clean it up, they set it up like office buildings or police interrogation scenes or whatever. Because you and I shot a scene there, Chris, at that Bible college in Lanham, right? And they are there every week shooting crime shows. They just keep shooting there because they're able to manipulate it. They have free reign there. You can go down the road to like a big wooded area and shoot a bunch of stuff in the woods. That's all they do.
That's pretty cool. They're probably saving a lot of money doing it that way.
There's a lot of productions going on in Frederick, Maryland too. Fredneck.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
we got to start bringing productions to Fredericksburg, Virginia, but
hell yeah!
Right now it's all in Fredneck, Frederick, Maryland. You want to
know what's crazy? What's crazy about the show? You mentioned We Own the City. Gabrielle Cartieris, or whatever, Gabrielle from 90210. Remember back in the day? Yeah. Gabrielle. She's in this show. and I haven't seen her in anything in forever. Apparently, she was in Raising Cain, a movie called The Event. She was in a video game, Minority Report video game, and like a Marvel video game. But she was Gabrielle from 90210, and she's in this show, which is crazy because her career seems.
Her real name is Gabrielle.
Yeah, her name is Gabrielle Cartieris, I think it is.
But she played Gabrielle.
And she played Gabrielle. I think her character's name was Gabrielle on 90210 as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Remember her?
Yep.
You would know her for sure.
Yeah, I remember her. She wore glasses, and she was she was actually president of SAG for like a good 5 years. They actually nominated her president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what's his face is also in that show, John Bernthal, you know, Punisher, amongst other.
He's in We Own the City. So here's my biggest beef when it comes to Maryland productions, Virginia productions, DC productions, is that these productions come here and they bring all these stars from LA and New York. And the only thing that they want from Maryland, Virginia, DC is like extras, background extras.
Hey man, it's work.
Sure, but I mean, like, dude.
Instead of just hiring actors, you mean, from the area?
Yeah.
They would just bring in people from Los Angeles and all these other different places.
But even worse, man, they hire production assistants like House of Cards. My biggest beef with House of Cards was they hire production assistants from New York and put them up in hotels instead of hiring local production assistants.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah.
It's probably because they know those people.
Them.
So
yeah, they know them.
So that's why they have the money and they can put them up rather than, you know, trying to hire these different people and like look at the resume, have an interview with them, have to see their work. They already worked with these people for years, so they just bring them on to the production. It's probably easier for them to do that, you know. It's just, but it leaves out the person that's been working, like for instance, like you, for instance, you know, have done all these projects, have done all these different things like editing, directing, being a production assistant and so forth, acting, but they don't know you from Adam, so they rather hire somebody from New York or Los Angeles and fly them out, put them up in a hotel room. So
makes sense, man. I mean, Baltimore's not exactly known for its PAs, I guess we'll say. I'm sure there's a lot of good people there, though. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of good people. Yeah.
Fucking Baltimore, man. 10 years ago, shit. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, 10 years ago was 2011, and The Wire had wrapped.
Right.
So I mean, Baltimore. I mean, John Waters. See, that was the thing. John Waters was from beginning to end local talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Divine.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's find this out.
It was probably shot in Baltimore.
No, all of John Waters' stuff was shot in Baltimore. Always has been.
Yeah.
But as far as the talent, as far as the crew and the talent that he puts in his movies, like local. I think like, so he did Hairspray, he did Pink Flamingos. I think it was called Pink Flamingos. He did he did Divine, and I think Divine is a Baltimore native.
The story about him. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, like everybody that he worked with was a Baltimore actor.
Yeah, because I feel like Baltimore really does. It gets stigmatized a little bit too much. I think he was probably he was like the local ambassador for Baltimore, where he was, you know, everything he did was Baltimore, everything he tried to touch story-wise, right? It was a lot of
it was like a lot of crazy characters, yeah. And there's
Baltimore.
but I mean, you know, you got some actors like Sonny Bono was in you got Pink Flamingos, you got Hairspray, Female Trouble, originally born Divine, originally born Harris Glenn Milstead, just after the end of World War II, Baltimore's most outrageous resident. I mean, it's Baltimore original.
Yeah, he also directed Crybaby.
Yep.
Serial Mom, Pecker, and Cecil B. Demented.
Cecil B.
Yeah.
Demented.
And then Polyester.
Yeah, but everything he did was produced out of Baltimore. Divine, one of his most outrageous stars, is a Baltimore native. And a lot of the other actors that he had, I mean, he had Johnny Depp in Crybaby. So I guess, you know, he had to have like that star power and get that outside, you know, LA, New York star power in his movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did see the Chucky too, and Serial Mom. I forgot about that. John Waters.
He was in it.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yo, those Chucky movies though are fucking hilarious. So he did a movie called Pecker, and Edward Furlong from who played John Connor in T2, and Christina Ricci, they were in that, but I think everybody else around that was Baltimore native. Serial Mom had Kathleen Turner, and who else was in Serial Mom? Because I remember Serial Mom. Serial Mom was actually a huge hit.
Yeah, I remember it too.
Sam Waterston
and
Ricky
Lake and Matthew Lillard.
But wasn't Ricky Lake in Hairspray, like his version of Hairspray?
Yep.
Yeah, like she started off as an actress, but I think she's a Maryland native. Ricky Lake is.
Yeah, I think she might be also.
Matthew Lillard was in Serial Mom. But let's take a look at Ricky Lake. I mean, Ricky Lake, I think, was a Maryland native.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, she grew up there, but then like left. But,
well, yeah, she probably went to like what, NYU to study acting.
Right.
But I mean,
oh my God, she has the same birthday as me. I forgot. She's one of the people I have the same birthday as her.
Same birthday?
Yeah, her birthday's coming up in like a week.
No, all right. So she was New York born.
Oh, she was, yeah.
And then, yeah. But I don't know, man. Whatever, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and John Waters been doing a lot of John Waters did some Law and Order stuff, man, recently. He was like in acting in Law and Order stuff. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Weird.
But I mean, so The Wire, so there's this writer, the writer of The Wire wrote, he's a journalist for the Sun, the Baltimore Sun. And so he wrote a book called The Corner, and it was about like the drug trade, the heroin trade in Baltimore. And then he wrote another book called The Wire that documented the police, setting up wires to catch drug dealers. And this is the same writer. He's a reporter for the Baltimore Sun turned screenwriter. The hell is his name?
You talk about David Simon?
I think so. Yep. And apparently they're bringing The Wire back.
They totally should.
Have you seen it? They should not.
Yeah.
They should not.
They should just leave it alone. They should just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. I mean,
they should make a movie. They should make a movie.
Oh my God! Like what the Walking Dead movies now that they're gonna make? And this
guess.
Tony
I mean, you know
and this
they're gonna
Tony
do it.
Soprano prequel movie that they're making.
No, they just need to leave it alone. You know.
What they do, man, in Hollywood, they make a big production out of it.
They got to. I mean, like, listen. I mean, you got a hot topic like you have a hot topic like The Sopranos, but then you have a fan base that's so pissed off about how The Sopranos ended, and then so they were going to close it out with a movie, and then James Gandolfini passes away, unfortunately. God rest his soul. So they're like, we'll make a prequel. I was like, okay, make a prequel, but yeah, David Simon, you know, so David Simon was, I believe he was a reporter for the Baltimore Sun. See, David Simon was born in Washington, D.C.
He worked for the Baltimore Sun for like 12 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he wrote Homicide, A Year on the Killing Streets in 91. And then he co-wrote The Corner, A Year in the Life of an Inner City Neighborhood with Ed Burns. But it doesn't say what he actually did for the Baltimore Sun. Glenn Nelson like disappeared off the face of the earth.
He sure did.
What the
Most of
hell?
the show. Just went to go take a piss.
He's the one operating this thing.
Good old Nelson, writer, producer, director. He's fucking out. Well,
And the show must go on.
bringing the show to a complete halt. Nelson is Nelson his goddamn self.
But we're still recording now.
Oh yeah, we are. Here's to the vets. Oh, there he is. There he is. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I just said I'll be right back.
You never say you'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Speaking of Matthew Lillard from Serial Mom, I'll be right back from Scream.
Yeah, see, you caught it, man. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Dude, I just saw that movie recently, man.
What, the first original Scream?
Yeah, the first original one.
It's a classic. That's a classic. I was just watching a retrospective on Wes Craven, and he passed. All right, so do you remember the 1980s version of The Blob with Kevin Dillon?
Yeah.
Like the remake. So it's a remake of a 1960s movie, The Blob, which was Steve McQueen's first movie, I think, was the 1960s The Blob. And then they made a remake of it. And I was watching a retrospective on it. And it's so good how like they use practical effects. They used like they would take mannequins and put like a face mold of the actors and then put it in a furnace, melt it, and then put it inside like that, like the bag for the blob, and how they just pulled off like the practical special effects, not CGI, but like back in the 80s, you got The Thing, you got the Blob, have you ever seen, actually, I think at my bachelor party, we were watching a movie called The Stuff. You ever seen that movie, The Stuff? So it's like this marshmallow cream puff stuff that they're selling, but that they're selling in markets, and people were eating it, and it was turning them into zombies. It's such a good, shitty movie. It's one of those 80s. It's one of those 80s sci-fi horror B movies.
You know who's fucking
that was
in
such
that
a hit.
movie?
What?
The Blob, Kevin Dillon.
I just said Kevin. I just said that.
Did you? He's in that shit.
Johnny Drama.
Johnny Drama, man.
Johnny Drama.
Oh, you know what movie Kevin Dillon was in? The Blob.
Wow.
Mind blown.
What?
Kevin Dillon's in that shit?
Hey, you know what movie Kevin Dillon was in? Viking Quest, bro.
Viking Quest.
Viking Quest.
Kevin Dillon was not in Viking Quest.
He was
Johnny
totally in
Drama.
Viking
Johnny Drama was in Viking Quest.
Quest. Dude, I miss me some Entourage.
That was
I miss me some Entourage, man.
Did you see the movie? Did you see the
Yeah,
movie?
I think I had to, bro. I mean, come on.
They ended the
Okay.
whole they ended the whole
Yeah.
Entourage franchise perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Drama got a Golden Globe.
He got his respect finally.
Got on stage, victory, and his boys, Vinny and Eric and Turtle, victory. Cut to credits. Boom. Franchise ended. They had a little teaser at the like mid credits scene with Ari. They might do a Ari movie. They might do a Ari series.
Yeah.
But dude, they ended the whole fucking Entourage franchise like beautifully, fucking beautifully. He won a Golden Globe for Chapo or whatever the movie that Vinny was like fighting to get distributed. Too many pale ales today.
Oh, is that what it is?
Dude, that's how it is always with a round table, man. You know, I'm never fucking sober when it comes to these round tables. What are you drinking? I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I'm
little brown ale. Okay.
Little brown ale.
Yeah.
All day IPA.
All day, baby.
Founders all day. What do you have, Dirko? We're not sponsored, but we'll advertise anyway since.
Got some Boulder, Colorado Avery Brewing. American.
Show it.
American Brown.
Okay. What's in the mug? So show us the mug first. Show us that big. Show us that big Renaissance mug.
Show us that big brown gold beautiful.
So what's that logo? What is that? What is the logo?
That's a fire. Is that fire?
That's fire department.
Yeah.
Okay. What's in there? If you'd be honest, it's just water. It's just Gatorade.
That's fucking.
He's putting
dragon semen. Okay. He's putting Miller Lite in there, man. Classy guy, man. Dumps it into the fire department, just pouring it out for the FDTP. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, is for all the guys that died at 9/11, man.
Oh yeah.
So
salute.
So this one to all the families, all the kids that were like 1 year old that are now adults that growing up without parents and dads and moms.
Dude, have you watched that? Have you watched that documentary, man? That 9/11 documentary on Hulu?
I heard about it. It looks so depressing, man. Is it good?
It's amazing. We watched it all day.
Yeah, it's probably depressing.
It was, but it was phenomenal, man. We watched it all day at work during 9/11.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, I don't know, man. It was hard to watch, you know, especially in my profession.
Yeah.
Like those guys just, you know, went up there, man. They didn't come back down. It was heartbreaking. But I mean, that's what we do, man. You know. And they went up 110 flights of steps. You know, that's the
all the way up.
Probably was the most difficult part of it. I mean, it's just because you gotta carry extra bottles up there, and you're talking about, you know, with a couple extra bottles, all your full gear on, like just your full gear alone is 65 pounds. Then you have an air pack. Then you're carrying extra bottles. Then if you have a hose rack on you, like you're talking about probably easily 100 pounds worth of gear going up there. So going up 110 flights of steps. I mean, unless you're seriously like training for that on a regular basis,
right,
and getting used to that. But I mean, they probably ran that building not that many times, maybe an AFA, automatic fire alarm, you know, but with the elevators working and everything, but the elevators were shut down just to go up that high. And then, you know, all that was like jet fuel. And I don't know, man, it was hard to watch, you know. there was 343 firemen that died in the line of duty that day. So it was tough to watch the documentary on Hulu, but they did an outstanding job. Like the chief in command was like totally calm. You know, in one fire department, they were on one company, they're on a gas leak when it happened. You can see them on a gas leak, like right in their first due, and they saw the plane coming in. They're like, you know, they heard the noise and they turned around, you know, like, and then boom, it hit. It was just like, just imagine that happening, and they were stuck on a gas leak.
Yeah.
They go on another emergency, trying to figure out where this gas leak was coming from, and then you see that happen like right behind you. It was crazy.
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
So living, since you live up to New York, man, have you been to the memorial, the 9/11 memorial?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's the Big Blue. It's pretty amazing to see. Like it is worth going if you haven't. Obviously, if anybody hasn't gone, you should.
I mean, that would have been awesome to go on 9/11.
Yeah,
the 20-year anniversary, man. Since you're only 8 minutes away from Manhattan, bro.
Yeah, and it's crazy now. 20 years is like basically when it goes from like memory to history. So like everybody that like grew up, it's like you and I and everybody else is of age, but like everybody else that didn't, it's like a history. It's like a weird event that happened in history, and like we were like fucking alive and like witnessed it, experienced it. Like that, we were in college, we were in Towson back then when that shit happened. Like we were down there in the dorms.
Yeah.
And
like we were going out partying, and I think, you know, like one weekend we were partying, another weekend we had classes, it hit, and then the next weekend, dude, do you remember we would go to Hammer Jacks? every time like they turn the lights on and we're leaving Hammer Jacks, and we're trying to flood out. It's just like cattle trying to like flood out of Hammer Jacks. Sorry. And everybody was just keep like every night at Hammer Jacks, people were like USA, USA, and it was for like the whole year. Every fucking night we went there. Remember trying to like get out of there? Someone would go USA, 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 and it's like, oh.
I mean, with everybody
Drunken
jacked
assholes.
up and drunk and
assholes.
like, man, that shit at like 1 a.m., dude. I mean, I get it, but yeah, it was. I mean,
because all of a sudden, dude, remember, there was such a difference between 1996 and early 2000. No, 1996 and 2000, right? Things were still analog. Things were still, you know, Napster was kind of blowing up, and computers were kind of becoming the thing, and internet with AI. Remember AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, AIM?
Dude,
things were kind of steadily advancing.
Yeah.
And then between fucking 2001 and 2005, it was Google and YouTube and break.com and e-bombs and torrents and Ethernet and DVDs and like
and LimeWire. Remember LimeWire?
Yep.
LimeWire, Kazaa, peer-to-peer sharing,
and cell phone, like
Napster.
Like good old Napster.
I had a pager. I had a pager for a good 5 years, and then it went from a Nokia cell phone to a better Nokia cell phone to the iPhone to the iPod to the iPhone to the fucking iPad I mean, like it was such a drastic rush of progression and evolution, and attitudes change. Oh, and which reminds me, like everything was so liberal, right? Everything was so like, I want to say like 96 to 2000, everything was like music, everything was pop, everything was very artsy, very liberal. And then 9/11 happened. And from 2001 to like '07, it was like Call of Duty. It was Born Identity. Uh it was tactical gear. It was, there's such a drastic change.
Yeah.
MMA and stuff like that. And it was just
That's a really good point, man. Yeah, like we definitely went more into like, just that different mindset. Like totally. It's it's a good call.
I mean, it was such a unique transition how people changed. And I remember 9/11 happened. I had to go into work the next day at Blockbuster. No, I had to go into work that day to Blockbuster. I was working at Blockbuster Video, Towson, the Towson Blockbuster Video, and all these fucking douchebag college prep boy, frat boy, fuck boys were coming in like, hey, do you have The Siege? Do you have The Siege with Denzel Washington and Bruce Willis? That's what's happening right now. Do you have The Siege? I want to rent The Siege. I'm like, that's not what's happening right now, dude. It's not. Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, because my uncle serves. I'm like, dude, your uncle serves. You don't. Like, shut the fuck up. Your uncle serves. It was just chock full of these guys. My cousin's over there right now. Your cousin's over where? Oh, he's doing this, that, and the other thing. That's your cousin. That's not you. What are you fucking doing? Getting drunk, going out to fucking the crease or the rec room. You remember the rec or the crease? Going out.
Dude, all of it. Just it's like part of my vocabulary. I barely remember the place itself, but I just remember the words and like the feelings of like being.
Dude, what was that year that we did like a little mini reunion of Towson University and went to like all those different bars and clubs, and you got completely hammered.
I got fucking obliterated,
dude. I think you might have had alcohol poisoning that day.
That's possible.
You were like borderline. You were done.
I was donezo for the next 14 hours because you had to drive back from Towson, and I crawled up into the fucking attic at Alan's house, crawled back up into the attic into the bed, and I think I slept a whole nother 24 hours.
Yeah, you probably did have alcohol. You probably did have alcohol poisoning.
I mean, what isn't alcohol poisoning? If you're feeling drunk, that is alcohol poisoning your system.
Well, yeah, it's a lot different. It's definitely another level, dude. It's like it's like when you're severely hungover, you probably have.
Listen, Irish people don't deal with this shit, man. Okay,
Irish people. There's no. Irish people did.
Yeah.
Irish people do, and Irish people did that night in Towson. I was puking my fucking guts out in the parking lot of
which never happens.
The Towson Diner.
You've never gotten that drunk ever in my life.
Five times.
No, I've seen them, and I've probably seen them the whole entire 5 times.
Right.
I know. Chris has seen me twice, at least twice, maybe 3.
Maybe twice.
Don't sell me out, bro. You remember that one time in high school, you got hammered at that one girl's house in Mount Rainier, and I just threw your skinny ass over my shoulder, carried you out to the car, and
with the girl that had the one arm. Remember?
Bro, why do you gotta go there, man? Why did you have to?
Oh man, it's so raw here.
Yes.
Zombie Squad.
Yes, it is true. It is true. It is true that there was a young lady there that only had one arm. Now, that being said, Chris got fucking obliterated, and everyone's like, "Get your boy." And I just took Chris. I was like, "Floop." You know, like you kind of like take a towel over, throw a little towel over your shoulder and go to the beach. I was like, "Come on, Chris." Floop, threw his little skinny ass over my shoulder. I was like, "Dude, we're gonna go home."
His little skinny ass back then, right? Yeah.
I threw him in the trunk. I threw him in the trunk of my Ford Escort station wagon.
You mean your fucking Bronco? You fucking OJ serial killer fuck.
No,
I didn't have that in the.
You had a minivan. I remember that.
I didn't have the minivan that night. I had the Ford Escort station wagon. You remember the station wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So I threw him in the you know, like the hatchback of the station wagon.
That's
I had to drive all the back roads because I had been drinking too. I wasn't hammered like him, but I had been drinking too. I had to drive all the back roads from College Park to Bowie. This took us an hour and a half. All you gotta do is jump on 450 to 50. But no, because I'm a little drunk. The other, who do we have? We had the other Chris. Remember the other Chris?
Chris Trainer.
Yeah, Chris Trainer. We had
Chris Trainer or Chris Trainum. So it was one of those two names.
But I wasn't gonna say his last name, but you said it, so thank you for that. But
God.
So he's in the back. He's in the passenger seat, yelling at you. And I forget there was a couple other people in the car. I think we went to Chris's house, that Chris's house. And I think you just passed out. We just dragged you in there. We all hid out at the other Chris's.
Dude, he used to have some killer parties, man, at his house.
He only had killer parties because I had the beer hookup. He only had killer parties because I had the beer hookup. Because I had my dad's dependent. My dad was in the Air Force at the time, and I had a dependent ID because
you already looked like you were 40, bro.
I already looked like I was 40 in high school. And I would show, we went to Cox Beer and Liquors, right? And I would show them the dependent ID. They thought it was a military ID. And they were like, oh, USA. And I would
then Glenn would just lift up his chest. He'd lift up his shirt.
It was hair.
Chest hair.
It was just, dude, 40. I was, bro.
He'd be like a full fucking set of chest hair. Like, he'd be like, here, just fucking have it.
In high school.
Had 3 full sets of chest hair, man, not 1.
I had 3 full sets of chest hairs.
Yeah, this shit fucking coming out of his shirt.
Yeah, a little neck scarf.
A little hamburger coming out of that joke. A little hamburger meat coming out of that shit.
His parties were only rocking because they had the beer hookup. Nobody else could get beer except for me. There might have been a couple other guys.
They could get weed. That was about it.
Who couldn't? All the females were getting weed because you know why. I'm not going to say why, but you know, we all know why females get weed real easily. But
I did it all for the nookie.
Yeah, there you go.
That song?
Yeah. That explains why all the females, I mean, dude, the only reason why drug dealers sell weed is to get laid. And they're always going to throw, you know, like a 10 spot or a 20 spot to like their girl. That's my girl, man. I'm just throw a little extra. You know what I'm saying? On the back end. On the back end, if you know what I mean. You know, the back end.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. So Ed Asner passed away.
Who?
Ed Asner. Dude, this guy's been acting since like silent films.
Silent films? What the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. I heard the guy from Police Academy died the other day. Today, I think it was. Ed Asner. Who's Ed Asner?
The guy from Police Academy?
Yeah, like the famous police chief in Police Academy.
Yeah, Ed Asner, he actually played Santa Claus in the movie The Elf.
Yeah, he was Santa Claus, an elf. Yep. Christopher Plummer passed away. Clarence Williams III. Christopher Plummer, I think, passed away quite some time ago, actually. Christopher Plummer actually passed away in the beginning of 2021. Yeah.
I want to see what the cause of death was. on Ed Asner.
Like 2020 and 2021 have not been. You know,
Yeah.
the
Whole
best
lot of dude. I can't tell you how many people I've heard tell me like their dad passed away like casually, or like their mom passed away because of COVID. Like, if you talk to enough people, man, it feels like 1 out of fucking 25 people has a parent, a friend, a cousin, a grandparent. It's fucking wild how many people just are not alive as of like the last 2 years, man, anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's well, I think it just stands out because of the last crazy year and a half that we've had. I think it just stands
Right.
out. You know, people are just like the worst year ever, the worst year ever.
It was not the worst year ever.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think it was the worst year ever.
No.
Dude, Ed Asner has like 7 things in post-production right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Fucking hard-working dude.
Like the guy did a lot of stuff. I think a lot of it was TV most recently, but yeah, the guy did quite a bit of stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know, but dude, he's been doing that shit for fucking decades, bro. Decades.
Oh, he was in Cobra Kai too. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai never die.
Have you been watching Cobra Kai? Anybody been watching Cobra Kai?
Not seen it yet.
It's pretty. It's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely like fan service, like retro fan service, as far as like the first 2 Karate Kids go.
I mean, I've been enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet, but I like it.
I think I stopped halfway through the last season that came out, but
I mean, I was a huge Karate Kid fan in the first place.
yeah,
You know, I watched all of them.
you
so.
seem like it. You seem like a big Karate Kid fan.
That's fucked up, man. What the fuck does that mean?
What does that even mean? Let me ask you this. Okay, so you guys are big Karate Kid fans, right? Have you seen The Best of the Best with Eric Roberts?
Absolutely, 100%. You know, I've seen that movie. It's one of my favorite martial art films.
Like, how about you, Dirko?
No,
it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It needs to be your next watch.
What's it called?
The Best of the Best. Eric Roberts, Chris Penn, James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Kathy Sutherland. Kathy Sutherland?
Sally Kirkland?
Sally Kirkland. Kathy Sutherland. Sally Kirkland. Yes, Sally Kirkland.
It was Eric Roberts before he did drugs.
Dude, he was a pothead before Best of the Best.
Oh, dude, Best of the Best is a 1989 film about Taekwondo. This is totally like, yeah, I see why you guys love this shit.
This movie is one of those cult fucking. It's like it's on the same level of like Rocky and
I've probably
Karate Kid and stuff like that. But dude, it's like one of those B movies that broke the cult classic mold. You know what I'm saying?
They did. They actually made a few of those movies.
Oh, the sequels are terrible.
Yeah, Best of the Best 2 and Best of the Best 3.
Why would you ever bring those up? Why did you even bother?
They did one that was like had to do with like cage fighting. At one point, I'm like,
yeah, man,
it got a little
Best 3, no turning back, man.
It got a little too far fetched for my taste.
That's the best without warning.
It just got
knock it till you try it, Nelson. Damn.
Which that's what they did with these.
I hate talking to you guys. I hate talking to you guys about sequels because that's, oh my god, it just got worse and worse and worse.
And that's what they did with Bloodsport. The same thing. And that took a nosedive, man.
And so this, so Bloodsport 2, all of a sudden, the actor that's playing Jean-Claude Van Damme's character doesn't have a fucking accent anymore. He's got an American accent.
Oh, is that where I got my inspiration for Sinister from? Just lost his accent just like that.
Just thought that, dude, that was your fucking idea, not mine. In reverse.
I don't know how you lost it midway or just came out with an accent.
He didn't lose it midway. He gained it somehow midway.
Yeah, when you're a shield agent, you do what you gotta do to slip in the crowds, man. Sometimes you just gotta.
Halfway through production, they were like, "No, dude, you're retired.
Yep.
You're a retired shield agent, and you can just be yourself." And then out comes the Louisiana accent, the Tennessee accent.
Southern boy, man. You can't take the Southern boy out of Georgia, man. That's right.
It's like, dude, seriously, during production, he actually did like 7 sentences as himself, and then like the next line he's like, and I was and
so why didn't you just stop it and have him retake it?
I started watching him. I'm like, did he just? But like,
did you didn't realize it until you were in post?
Well, I didn't realize it until post because I didn't realize it until the next script because that was our, how back then that was 2 years ago. We used to do the production weekends where we'd all camp out and do a whole bunch of productions drunk and eat food and do productions and drink all day. And so I was probably half drunk shooting him. And then as we started the next script, he's got an accent and he's looking at, and that's when I questioned him. He's like, I did it on the last script. And so when I went back to the footage, he didn't change his accent for the last script. He changed his accent halfway through the last script. So I'm like, what the fuck?
It's great.
Because we were all drunk that entire weekend.
Good time, man.
Shooting seasons 2 of both Sinister Infinite and Rogues Gallery.
It's a fucking good time.
It was before quarantine hit.
Before fucking Wuhan unleashed. Before Afghanistan fell apart and we pulled out too early.
Well, no one ever complained to me about pulling out too early. Bada bing. Whatever.
Dang.
Clarence Williams III died. You know who that is?
No.
I bet you don't. I bet you even don't know who that is, Chris. Clarence Williams III. Have you guys ever? Clarence Williams III. So he was in the original Mod Squad show, the old school show.
Oh, I was thinking about the Mod Squad, the movie.
Not with Omar. Well, who was that? Omar Epps, Claire Danes, Giovanni Ribisi. Was the movie?
Yeah, I just saw that recently. Actually, the Mod Squad.
Wow! Oh my god! So Clarence Williams III, I think, was in the original TV show of the Mod Squad, but you ever seen?
Oh yes, I know this actor. He was in Half Baked, actually.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. Remember, he kept saying, "Yes, Cuban B."
He was the drug. He was the drug boss. He was the big.
Yeah,
he's great.
And then he kept saying "abracadabra." He was like, "Why do you keep saying abracadabra?"
He was in Saw My Penny on the Running Kind too, wasn't he in that movie?
He was not in.
No,
he was not in Wu-Tang.
Okay.
He was in. He
definitely wasn't Half Baked for sure.
He was in Half Baked.
Yeah.
He was the drug cart. He was the drug boss.
He was in Tales from the Hood.
On the dark side. Tales from the Hood. Thank you. Tales from the Hood. I was actually gonna say Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Hood. He was in. Yep. And so
He was
I mean,
in Life. He was in Life with Eddie Martin, Eddie and Martin.
holy fuck, he was the bootlegger, the moonshine bootlegger.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
Right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Life. Life, dude. Have you ever seen Life? Have you guys seen Life?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
Life.
So good.
Martin Lawrence, to this day, Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy's greatest accomplishment, greatest cinematic accomplishment. Both of them.
It was a complete.
Both of them together,
complete,
both of them individually. Life is their greatest cinematic accomplishment. That movie is so good. What a fucking beautiful ending. Like the most beautiful ending you could have. Life is like life is up there with Swingers, like as far as like a dude's flick.
Okay, I got one for you. So what movie is better, Life or Friday? People have always had this comparison of what movie was better, Life or Friday.
That's a comparison.
People have been comparing
That's
it
a
for
weird
years.
comparison, but
That's a
Yeah,
thing.
it is a thing.
Life
Is
they're
way
so
better.
different.
Life is way better.
Yeah, I mean, one's
Life-
like a
No,
one's like a cult classic.
not only is
Like
one
a-
not only is one better, they're completely different, and yet still Life is better.
I agree 100%.
Bro, come on.
There really shouldn't be a comparison, but people have been, and these are like internet comparisons. They've been on social media. People have been comparing these two movies for years of which movie was better. I was like, the Life was way better. 200%.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, you want to bump? No, I don't want to bump. You know how they bring those drugs in? Up they ass. You just keep doing your drugs, ass sniffer. Like, oh my god, and they finally got out, and they were at the ball game, and they couldn't even stand up for that ball game. But like that whole montage when their fellow inmates were like dying off and fading away, and it was just fucking heartbreaking. Just life. It's about life, even though it's about serving life in that fucking shitty little southern
It was really about
fucking
life.
plantation prison. I mean, the movie is about life, and like shit, man.
Yeah, every time it comes on, I have to watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's one of those movies that comes on TNT, no matter where it's at. You just watch it. And there's only a few of those kind of movies. I think Shawshank's another one.
Shawshank Redemption is a great prison movie. One of my all-time favorite prison movies, old ass movie too, is Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen that from beginning to end.
Don't forget about Con Air.
Well, the Castle was another good movie, another good prison movie.
Oh, what was the one with Escape from Alcatraz with
The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock. Good. No, The Rock was good. That's what I thought you meant when you said Con Air, but
yeah,
The Rock is good. Con Air,
still great, just different, not like life-changing good, but yeah.
You think Con Air's do you think Con Air's a good movie?
I personally think it's a good action film, but it's not as riveting.
It's not a good prison movie.
Do you remember
Aren't they like cons? They're like they're escaping. That's the only like relevancy to prison, is they're escaping from a prison on a plane, right, or something. I don't even remember.
I mean, a modern day prison movie that I really enjoyed was, The Longest Yard. Even though, like, I like the original and I like the remake. I like both of them.
The British version.
What's it called?
Fucking guy.
What was it called?
It was called. Oh shit. Give me one word of it. Give me one word.
Mean.
Mean Machine, dude. That's the name of my fucking checking account, by the way.
Mean Machine's the best version of that story.
So
Mean
good,
Machine
dude.
was so fucking good.
The football version doesn't compare to the football version. If you know what I'm saying.
The football.
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 That's how you Ukrainians talk. The Euro
Football.
fags, they say football. They don't say football.
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 Dude, Mean Machine was so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
That
guy that plays Bullet to Tony was actually a soccer player. That's what's so ill about it. He was actually that good at soccer. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So nuts.
And so
it's that movie. You haven't seen it?
It's the British soccer version of The Longest Yard. Jason Statham is so fucking hilarious in this movie.
He's great. Yeah.
Fucking dude, the scene. All right, so spoiler alert for Mean Machine. This is the best fucking scene in the whole movie. Jason Statham is the goddamn goalie.
What year did that come out?
2003, 4, or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta see this, Chris.
Was Vinny Jones in that movie?
Yes, Bulletooth Tony. Yeah, Vinny Jones.
Yeah, because he's an actual soccer player in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was in Gone in 60 Seconds, and he was in.
We just said Vinny Jones was a soccer player. We just said this.
See, that's what it's saying. We both did the same shit in the same episode. You see that?
I know.
That's how Zombie Squad does shit. Victory!
But dude, I saw some of his footage, man. No bullshit. Like of him playing soccer, like for real. He was ruthless, man.
Yeah.
Like he was pretty much like an enforcer is to hockey.
Hey,
I think his character was taken from like.
Pull your socks up. That was the best scene. That was the best scene in Snatch. Hey Avi, pull your socks up,
dude. He was great in Euro Trip too, man.
He was pretty. Yeah, he was good in that. But dude, the best scene, the best fucking scene in Mean Machine is Jason Statham is the fucking goalie for the prisoners. Mm-hmm. So someone kicked the ball, tried to kick the ball into his goal. He blocks it, and then he's just going to start kicking the ball, and he wants to score a goal. He's the goalie.
He starts running it up the field.
He starts running it up the field. And so like you hear the announcer, he goes, "Oh, there he goes again on a walkabout." It was like and here he is. He's the goalie. He's the goalie. He's trying to be like fucking Vinny Jones with his fucking slick fucking footwork. And they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's on a walkabout again. Didn't he score one though?
I think he
passed it off to somebody that scored. But he's like, "I want to fucking hit a goal too." And like, "You can't, you're the goalie. That's not how it works."
Right.
Dude, that was one of the funniest scenes. Mean Machine, in my personal opinion, Mean Machine's the best remake of that story. And I've never seen the Burt Reynolds version. Who the fuck was in the Burt Reynolds version? It was Burt Reynolds as Adam Sandler's character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Adam
Sandler was Burt Reynolds'
character.
Right.
Vinny Jones and Adam Sandler, they played Burt Reynolds' character. I guess Jason Statham was playing. Was it Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed that was in the Burt Reynolds? It was either.
No, he wasn't in that movie.
It was either Carl Weathers or it was. Oh my god, dude!
It was Burt Reynolds. It was Eddie Albert, James Hampton, Ed Lauder, Michael Conrad was in the movie, and he also was in the remake as well. It was Richard Kiel. Remember, Richard Kiel was.
I don't recognize any of those fucking names, dude.
Richard Kiel was that really. He's like he's like considered a giant. He was in Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore, where he was his boss and he got shot in the head with a nail gun.
Oh, yeah.
That big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because he was in the movie. He goes, I think I broke his fucking neck. He was like, he did break his fucking neck.
Oh, and Richard Keel is Jaws from the James Bond movies.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
He died. He died years ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's dead now.
He passed away quite recently.
Dang.
Last couple of years, but recently. So I think it must be Harry Caesar that I'm thinking of, because Harry Caesar is known for.
Harry Caesar played Graham, though.
It must be him.
And then Nelly played his character in the movie The Longest Yard, the remake.
Well, I don't know what I'm thinking of, because. Oh, dude, I'm thinking of the wrong fucking movie. Was Burt Reynolds a fucking football player in real life?
I want to say that he was.
Because he was.
I think so, yeah.
He was enormous back in the day. He was fucking jacked. He was a big fucking guy. So
yeah, he played for Florida. He played for Florida State.
I'm thinking of the movie White Lightning.
Yep, Florida State. That's right.
Am I thinking of the movie White Lightning? No, I'm not.
Burt Reynolds also died like 3 years ago.
Burt Reynolds passed away some time ago, yeah. But all right, so we got the longest
this time in 2018. Yeah.
God, he had a hell of a career, man. Burt Reynolds.
I think a shark. See, he did another football movie, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was either shark. It wasn't Shark. No. So was it White Lightning? See, I think White Lightning is another fast car movie. See, dude, if you look at his movies is crazy, right? So he does a movie called White Lightning. An ex-con teams up with federal agents to help them break in the moonshine ring, but he's in a fast car with a hot chick in the passenger seat, right? And his name is Bobby Gator McCluskey. Then he does a movie called Gator. Oh, well, no shit, because it's a sequel to fucking. Never mind. It's a sequel to White Lightning. All right. Well, I'm an idiot. Well, damn. So there was another football movie he did.
It was called Semi-Tough.
Semi-Tough. Dude, did Burt Reynolds play football? Come on, let's take a look.
Yeah, he did. He played for
Florida State.
Florida State as a halfback.
There you go. Florida State, yeah. Through it. No, this is not the movie I'm thinking of. This is still not the movie.
Yeah, he got a football scholarship to Florida State.
Because Carl, yes, that's the movie I was thinking of. Carl Weathers is in Semi-Tough. Apollo Creed is in Semi-Tough. I knew he did a fucking football movie with Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers is in Semi-Tough as Dreamer Tatum. But whatever, man. I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean that. You know, it's called method acting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was a football player in real life. He'll play a football player on the big screen. So we're just gonna sit here and just look up IMDb. Who's clicking these keyboard keys so loud?
Pretty sure it's you, Nelson.
You fucking up. I'm not doing anything. You fucking up. That's not me. It's Chris, or it's you.
I don't have a keyboard, so
Oh, that's right. I got my iPad. I got
He's
my
got his
fucking
iPad.
I got
iPad.
I got 3 iPhones and 2 iPads. So all I do is touch. All right. Hey, let's have fun with this, man. So time to have fun. So Chris, you never sent me any notes today.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go on the improv.
You know, get off on the improv. All right. So since you don't want to send me any notes, where did he go? He's just gonna disappear, huh? Taking a poop, or you're getting a refill on your drink?
Oh yeah, option number 2.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is we'll have fun for like the little last bit of this because it's getting late. You know, I'm old. I got a bedtime. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, sure you do. You got bedtimes here. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You got to be editing until 5 in the fucking morning. Don't lie just because you got responsibilities to the country, bro.
I'm a grown ass man, dog.
Don't lie, bro.
All right. So
You
let's
ain't
see
saving nobody.
here. Let's see here. Location. All right. So you know, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Now, if Chris has a bedtime, I kind of
Calif-
understand. You know what I'm saying?
What is this? California Vineyard. So we have a Californian vineyard.
It seems like this is going in the direction of that movie Sideways.
Oh yeah, that movie definitely went sideways, but that shit was legit. Sideways was good.
Well, yeah. So we have Californian Vineyard. Okay. Oh, I gotta find my highlighter. So make sure I mark these off. We got a vineyard, you know, outside city limits, California. Like, where are all the vineyards in California? Is that Northern California?
No, it's
like
in
Napa.
It's in Napa Valley.
Napa Valley. All right. So
the Napa Valley.
Yeah, Napa. Is it
Is it
Napa?
where is it?
Is it
Napa?
Napa? Is it Napa
Is it
Valley?
Napa?
Or is it Napa?
Napa Valley.
I don't know why you're talking into that mic because your audio has not been coming into that mic.
Napa.
No, I'm talking to TECHFALL.
It is coming into the
Napa.
mic.
All right, get away from the mic and talk. Get away from
test.
and then get close. And then now get rid.
Test.
Same exact audio. That mic is not fucking working.
No, it is. It's coming in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Much better now.
I'll listen.
Much better now.
I'll trust him. I'll trust him. Now the object. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Now the object is a magical apron and hammer. A magical apron and hammer, like, you know, at the Napa. All right. So a magical apron and hammer. Apron. I'm hearing humming now. Now I'm hearing humming.
Sounds like someone's breathing. Chris, you hiding like a person under your desk, bro? What the hell's going on over there?
All right, so we got, what do we got? We got location. We got to go. Locations is like a vineyard at the Napa Valley. There's a magical apron. There's a magical hammer. And then
So Napa Valley, a magical apron, and a magical hammer.
yeah. And then and then we have two characters similar to like Harold and Kumar. You know, like,
yeah,
kind of like everybody wants to play on the mix of like ethnicities, right? Like their college friends. they're college friends, but you know, it's similar to Harold and Kumar. Like, you know, one's white, one's black, one's
Right.
one's Asians, one's Middle Eastern, one's you know, Hispanic, one's foreign exchange student.
There you
One's
go.
one's
That's where I was
one's.
going to.
How about that? How about one's like Hispanic? How about one is from Hispanic from
Oh,
like Southern Cali,
like yeah,
and then
like the
one's like
guy
a
from
British, and one's a British exchange student.
okay, yeah. I'm thinking like you know how like Nacho Libre had that his the second character Nacho Libre has that like crazy like something like quirky character like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And like,
Yeah.
a British exchange like a little loose around the edges and like a British exchange is a little bit stiff upper lip, a little bit cleaner cut, sort of conservative more.
So there's this magic. There's this and then the conflict, and then the conflict is a person was sent to maybe a third person, or these two were sent to a location in Napa Valley to pick up a package from somebody, but they don't remember who. It's almost like, dude, where's my car? But they're supposed to pick up this package. They're trying to track down this package. They lost the information on what to pick up. Like, they're couriers, maybe as a part-time job, like they're recent college grads and they're couriers. They work for a courier company.
Yeah.
And they lost all the information on the courier.
Right.
It was, you know, it's supposed to be, you ever, oh, you know what? It's like, you ever seen the movie Run? This is another cult fucking classic, a cult fucking classic movie, Run, with Patrick Dempsey. You can actually watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
McDreamy, Blue Eyes McDreamy from what the fuck is that? Grey's Anatomy. Patrick Dempsey, Loverboy,
Yes.
and he was in Loverboy. Well, he did a movie called Run.
Did that come out in 2004?
Nope.
Or that was a different movie called Run.
Run came out in like 91 or 92.
Okay, I have to look that one up.
Dude, this is a great fucking cult class. Kelly Preston's in it. Kelly Preston and Patrick Dempsey are pretty much the only recognizable names in this whole movie. But anyway, so what do we got? We got like a Harold and Kumar situation. We got like a Nacho Libre and his sidekick kind of situation. You know, maybe like a Hispanic Southern Cali local and like a British exchange student, and they're both working for a courier company. They go to the Napa Valley. They find like this magic apron, this magic hammer, but they're also supposed to pick up a package. They can't remember who it's from. They lost their phones. They lost their manifest for the courier package. Like, what's going on?
Right. Then they get stuck on the side of the road. Right.
Okay.
Like a hitchhiking scenario. And they got to get a lift to where they're going, even though they don't know exactly where they're going. They're like the general direction of where they're going. They got to lead somehow. Who's picking them up and what's the lead? And how do they figure out where they're going?
Like, they were on their way to the Napa Valley. How does the magic apron? So they get to a vineyard. They obviously have to like get to this vineyard.
Right. They probably go to the wrong vineyard.
You know how at the vineyard they have meats and cheeses. There's a local farm at, you know, along. It's a huge charcuterie.
Yeah.
So there's obviously butchers there, and there's obviously workmen there to like. So there's this magic hammer and this magic apron.
And they end up going to like the local butcher shop and finding out, you know, like the hot butcher's, you know, the butcher's daughter or something was like hot, and she
Butcher's
like
daughter.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Such a good movie. And you know, something banter-wise, something funny. or she tips them off, and she knows the local area, or she knows something about where they're going somehow, and they end up going to like another vineyard.
Well, there's this package they got to pick up. But and then
there's got to be a significance to the apron and the hammer, you know, like it does something, you know, kind of like,
what does it do?
Like,
what does it do? What does it do, Chris?
I don't know what that apron does. It's got to do something. It's got to have some type of, it's like a key to something, you know?
It's like
just like that hammer.
So like this apron, this apron. It's like if you wear like you know, what is that? The Narnia, you wear that magical cloak, you fucking disappear or something. Like the apron can, I don't know.
Like what if the apron shows you where the vineyard is? Like they can see the vineyard, but they just don't know where it is. They just see images of the vineyard. It's like a weird portal that they can see into it, but they don't know how to get there. Yeah. And they got to collect clues from it.
You're able to see fragments from the future wearing the apron.
Yeah, sure. Like they can see themselves delivering the package. They can see whatever the butcher's daughter had told them was actually right about where they're going, but they, you know, are still missing a couple pieces of how to get there.
The hammer can be like something like a powerful weapon, kind of like Thor's hammer, similar.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nice.
But the apron, maybe it's not an apron though. Maybe it's.
Are you gonna change it now?
No, okay, no, I'll keep it. I'll keep it as is. You know, it's an apron.
It's tough. Aprons. It's a tough one.
I mean, that could be like similar to a shield.
Okay.
Putting the apron on, you know, because some of the aprons cover your entire body, you know, and you have the hammer, which is kind of like Thor's hammer. So
yeah, I like that. Like a bulletproof apron.
Now they're there to pick up some sort of package. They're looking for a package. Maybe the package is a person, like a holy person, like an ancestor, like a holy ancestor of a titan, like a
sounds
titan.
like Monty Python or something.
Yeah.
It seems like Monty Python meets the transporter.
Because look,
never open up the package.
Never open up the package.
Never open up the package.
Rule number one.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the goddamn box? But like maybe the package is a person, like kind of
like the transporter where he picked them up, and it was a woman in the back seat in the trunk.
Like Fifth Element, like the Fifth Element, where the Fifth Element was her.
Right.
Sort of. The Fifth Element was love, right? And he kissed her, they fell in love, he kissed her, and then that was the Fifth Element. But if you like you were saying, like the package was the person, but the person.
So yeah, this package is additional
power.
It's a position of power, you said?
No, the person has a power,
right?
Has an additional power.
Exactly.
The person is the package, and the person, and this person is the one that really is the one that actually has to wear the apron and hammer.
Right. And I think somehow it should like bridge their worlds, like bridge the Spanish, you know, immigrant or the local Spanish guy and the British immigrant. Like it should like bridge their worlds together.
Bridge. What do you mean bridge their worlds?
Well, like, you know, they're on this common mission. They've got all these quirky differences and all that. And like somehow they
just team up. I think as far as their quirky worlds, they just team up. It's one of those reluctant hero situations where they find these things and it gives them powers, and they blunder the powers. they blunder the tools, right?
Mm.
But they're still trying to figure out like this package, because the package that they're supposed to retrieve, it's such a huge payday. It's like you remember Midnight Run?
Yeah.
Dude, Midnight Run, but not just one person, too. Not just one Robert De Niro, but you got like a two guys that are couriers, and they're supposed to pick up this package. And you got the Joe Pantoliano character, that's the bail bondsman, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, I'll triple your fucking bounty. I'll triple your pay if you get this package back to me in less than 24 hours. And then something happens, like a car wreck, thunderstorm, sandstorm. There, it's California. Who the hell knows what happens out there? And because is Napa in Northern California?
I mean, you could also throw in an earthquake scenario.
Earthquake scenario. Okay, so we got an earthquake scenario. Car gets stuck in the gutter, and a car gets stuck in a fucking sinkhole in the ground. They climb out. Cell phone's gone. Manifest is gone. Everything's gone. They know they got to get to like what you call it, vineyards in Napa Valley, and they're looking for a package. They're trying to find this package, and they come across some resistance. Somehow get their hands on an apron and a hammer, but one wears an apron, one wears the hammer. One uses the hammer, one wears an apron. Yeah. One's bulletproof, one's super powerful, but they
kind of like Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. So they
That's
found
nice.
There you go. That's a good example. And then
because one had the hammer and the other guy, wore the suspenders.
Yep. You mean
Mario?
You mean the Hammer Brothers in Mario, or are you talking about the Mario Brothers in Mario?
Maybe the I don't know. One of them had a hammer.
You remember you had the hammer? Oh, that's right. In Super Mario 3, he did throw
a hammer.
You could get the hammer and throw the hammer.
Yeah, because they're plumbers.
Or was it Mario 64? You could throw a hammer. Well, anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But then they find that package. They find the package, which turns out to be like, this little girl, this 12-year-old girl. She puts on the fucking apron. They hand her the hammer, and then she like cleanses the world of global warming or something.
That's fucking great, dude. That's dude, where's my car? Harold Kumar, the Transporter, and Monty Python.
Yeah, it is, man. It really is.
That is fucking legit. Crazy as fuck.
I don't know. That was fun.
It's gonna be a kick-ass movie.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, that was fun. Listen, we're gonna have to cut this short. I think we're going on 3 hours now, man. It's almost midnight. So, gentlemen, no.
It's 11.
2 hours. 2-hour long roundtable with you boys, and that brainstorm was fun. I mean, we came up with a funny movie. Before we go, let's do some casting. I mean, who's going to be? Let's stick with like a Hispanic, a Latin American, and a Caucasian British.
I got the perfect guy. Let me pull it up real quick.
I got the perfect guy. John Leguizamo. Fantastic.
Oh, I like that. John Leguizamo.
Haven't seen him do a lead in a while. He needs to do a good lead.
He does.
And then who's the other guy? What is it?
The British exchange student.
A British exchange student?
Or just like, like a foreign, so I was actually thinking they were younger. But if they're going to be couriers, then they're just couriers. It could be, we could go to because Robert De Niro.
Hey, what about Vinnie Jones? I like Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones and John Leguizamo.
Fuck yeah, man.
Vinnie Jones.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like my fucking all-time favorite British actor is Vinnie Jones.
You know what? Scott Adkins, maybe, as the Brit. You know who that is?
Scott Atkins.
Scott Adkins. So if you have ever seen Expendables 2, he played Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother.
Yes. Yeah, I know who he is.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to see one of his best movies ever, go on Netflix and watch The Avengement. Or maybe there's no "the" in the title. It's either called Avengement or The Avengement. It's called Avengement. It's on Netflix. The final fight scene is about 30 minutes, bar fight, where he just destroys this whole fucking gang in a bar. And it's not bullshit martial arts. It's like the most brutal fucking fight scene you'll see. It's a most brutal bar fight scene.
It's got a good rating, 6.6. Not bad.
Good fucking movie. He I think he wrote it. I think he produced it. He stars in it. The whole ending bar fight scene. It's got to be a good fucking 20-minute fucking climax to this movie. And he's just brutalizing. These guys are brutalizing him, and he's brutalizing them. It's one of the best bar fight scenes ever filmed in a fucking movie. I think it should be John Leguizamo. Great fucking idea. Scott Adkins, the Couriers, and the girl. I just saw this young lady in a film. She was outstanding.
I think I know the girl should be. What's it called? That show? God damn it! With the friends who live in an apartment, but it's not Friends. Not Emily Blunt, but she looks like her. Not the girl from Community. New Girl, that girl. What's that show?
Zoe Deschanel?
Yeah. Or what are we thinking?
Younger, like she should be like 12 or 15,
young,
like much
like
younger.
Dakota Fanning when she was young. Okay, I got you. I don't
know. But you see, the thing is, I'm picturing Steinfeld. We were just talking about, what's her name?
Yeah.
The new Hawkeye. What's her name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, but when she was in True Grit, like 13, 14, 16, young,
right,
innocent, and then she puts on the apron and hammer, and she becomes this metamorphosis for the next evolution of whatever, fixing the planet.
The next Greta Thunberg. You know what I'm saying? Like the next. You know who Greta Thunberg is?
No.
Yeah, the autistic Swedish.
I know who Greta Thunberg is.
Thunberg. Sorry, I don't know that you know.
If you know how to pronounce Swedish names.
I don't. I'm not
fucking
Swede.
it up. You're fucking it now. You're fucking it up, and you're fucking
Swedish,
it up.
Bruh.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced. I'm kind of being a dick. I think it's pronounced Turnberg. Turnberg. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's Thornburg, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Or Thornburg.
Somebody that age, like, I mean, it could even be like, yeah, I wish they, what's it called? The, what's her face? That's one of the twins from the Olsen twins that plays in the Marvel movies, like a younger version of her.
Yeah, man. Like, even she's still like too old, maybe now. But
she's too old now. Yeah.
No. But now, you ever seen The Nun? Verma Farmiga, and then she's got a sister, a younger sister that's now blown up, and she was in The Nun, and she was in American Horror Story. She was in Screenplay. Anna Farmiga, because her older sister was the wife in Running Scared with Paul Walker. She was
you talking about Thaisa Farmiga or Tessa?
Yeah, Tessa Farmiga is the younger sister. Yeah,
got you.
Even though they're like 20 years apart or something like that.
And her sister is Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, so Vera was in Running Scared. She was in
yeah, Vera's in a lot of shit, dude.
Up in the
Vera's
Air.
Like, she's in a ton of stuff.
She was in oh god, Bates Motel. She did the show Bates Motel, which was a prequel to Psycho. But her younger sister is Tessa Farmiga. Tessa
Yeah.
Farmiga.
Yeah. Yep. She's only
Yeah.
27. Yep. She's perfect. She looks younger.
It could be a younger girl. Maybe, you know, maybe they're holding her captive. Maybe they're holding her captive at this vineyard, right? Like the employees are trying to, like, I don't know. Yeah, man. That sounds like a weird film. I like weird shit, man.
Yeah, but it's fun, man. Like, you know, Harold and Kumar, like, do Where's My Car, Monty Python type. But yeah, it's fun, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dirko, any plugs before we go? Any plugs, socials, links?
Nothing yet, but cooking, man. Cooking up something this year for sure. The next business venture is going to be interesting and more.
Be sure to buy tickets to the Dirko Art Gallery and
That's right.
In Fort Reservoir, New Jersey.
Fort Reservoir, New Jersey. We are hosting. We're hosting Tisa Farmiga for our short that's based on the film we just discussed, and we're premiering here at the gala tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. You guys know where to go.
Yeah, man. Chris MC TECHFALL page. Any links, socials, plugs?
Yeah, check us out on www.deadonpictures.com. Check out Sinister Infinite, Rose Gallery. Check out the podcast on Zombie SquadCAST. We got a whole bunch of new episodes that just posted. Got a lot of different people on Zombie SquadCAST that's been involved in the film industry, music industry. And if anybody wants to hop on the show, be more welcome to hit any of us up on our links.
If you want to be on the show, hit up Zombie Squad 211 on Instagram. Chris is going to start taking over some hosting duties here. He's going to start running some episodes so that I can get some fucking sleep. So you heard it here. Zombie Squad 211, Dead on Pictures. Hey, gentlemen, it was a blast. Don't go anywhere.